I like how we vibing. 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 I like how we vibing.
This video is sponsored by our channel sponsor, which is 015. You can find them on 015.co.za for some premium web hosting from as little as 45 Rand 90 cents. I mean, 45.90. Think about it. That's not a lot. And you will get some premium domains. And I personally would advise you on getting maybe the Supreme or the Executive packs, because it comes with a lot of benefits and a lot more storage. And you can host multiple websites on one package, you know. And this is, since we are talking businesses and growing your businesses, you can actually get your business registered by them. And there's some benefits, you know. You can get a name reservation, company registration, a certificate, income tax number, and you can even get a free.co.za domain if you pick one of the higher packages, or you can get a free QuickBooks subscription for 3 months. For 3 months. Yo, that's nice. You know, that's really, really nice. And if you want a website, they can actually develop a website for you at a very affordable rate of starting from 2,100, excluding VAT, I think. But it's not a lot. Think about it. 2,100. You spend a lot more on other things. But yeah, and once again, executive plans and supreme plans, you literally get free domains. They, for the first year, they are literally out here trying to win you guys over. Anyway, let's continue with the video. Okay, so next up, we're going to be dealing with reports. And the main reports that I'm going to be dealing with are these two. Profit and loss balance sheet. And there's a third one, which would be here, reports. Basically, let's start with these two. You can access them here, or you can access them under reports, financial statements, or accountants reports, depending on which one you prefer. But I actually normally just go to financial statements. Anyway, the other thing is, if you check with this, you can actually do budgeting based on your previous financial period or previous months. You can budget, and then you can compare your budgets to how you performed in that specific month. And I feel like that's a great feature, especially during these tough times. But I'm not gonna cover that. If you guys do want me to cover it, let me know, and we'll maybe cover it in a later video. So yeah, that's that. So let's get started. I feel like I haven't used this section in a while, so I'm gonna start here. Profit and loss, click on that, and you can do it monthly, quarterly, yearly, custom, you know, last quarter, last month, depends. So let's start with monthly. Current month, we didn't capture anything, so let's say quarterly. I'm gonna say last quarter, because the current quarter we haven't done anything. Group by, you can actually group them by analysis codes, which would be your cost centers, which we didn't cover here. If you guys want me to cover that, let me know, but this is a good feature. So view report, and this is what the profit and loss statement looks like for the last quarter. We actually making a loss. I wonder who we paid. Oh, salaries. We paid salaries. Yeah, those salaries really killed us. During this quarter, we didn't make enough money to actually cover for these salaries. So we then start looking at why, why haven't we made enough money? Maybe it's because it's COVID, you never know. But it is what it is. So then we go to, I'm going to go back to show report options. You can actually change here. You don't have to go back and do all of those things. You just click there and you here. So I'm going to say monthly. I want to break it down to the last month, and I'm going to say refresh. As you can see, last month we made money, but the salaries were still a bit high. So we need to do something about that, maybe start making more money, start bringing in cash, or maybe outsource some of your employees, the services that you've hired people for, and unfortunately you have to let some people go. These are the types of decisions one would have to make, but we'll have to wait and see. This is not all bad, you made a loss of this much, you submit your returns at the end of the year and you've made a loss. SARS says, hey, you can have an assessed loss, you can carry it forward. Next year you make a profit, you can use that assessed loss against your profit, to reduce your profit. It's not always bad thing. So yeah, then I'm going to show report. I'm going to extend it again, go to a full year. I'm going to say yearly. I'm going to say current year. Let's see how we're doing so far in this current financial year. Once again, we are making a loss. But I haven't captured enough transactions to actually give you a clearer picture. But this is more or less what this would actually show. For this current financial year, this is what our statement looks like. It's not that healthy, but you can make some decisions based on this. You can export it to Excel, and then you use that to prepare your financial statements, or your accountant can export it to whatever format they want so that they can prepare their financial statements. So yeah, so then now we go to financial statements. We've already gone through profit and loss. I'm going to go through balance sheet. I'm going to run it as at the end of May. So this is what it looks like. Current assets, we really have money out here, you know what I mean? In the banks, we've been making some good money in the previous years. VAT payable, as you can see, we haven't paid this VAT. Maybe when we pay it, then it will change. Let's look at some of our liabilities or equity. We literally don't have any liabilities, which is unfortunate, because it would have been a great example to actually show this credit card as a liability, but I guess we are here. So this is, remember, we made this loss for this financial year, but in terms of our equity, it hasn't really made a huge difference. So that's that. It shows you where the business is in terms of assets, liabilities, and equity, and this business is not doing too bad. It might be having a bad financial year, but it's not doing too bad overall. So then we go to financial statements, trial balance. I'm gonna say current year. We can do last year, but I'm gonna do current year. And there we go. These are your debits, credits for this current year. So now it brings this net profit and loss. It literally shows you what happened here, which accounts affect which side of the system, the accounting system, whether it's a debit or a credit. Normally these you get in your bank statement. Like this is a perfect example. Like your bank, if you've received your bank statement, you'll see like a little DR or CR there. This is literally what it is. This is just breaking down what that is. Trial balance, actually, like trying to explain it without being too complex or being too extra about it is actually making me look like I don't know what I'm talking about. But this is the section that your accountant would be playing around with. it's a bit too complex. I don't think you would play around with this, but if you do, it's there, you know. Yeah, and then maybe let's look at accountants reports. Nah, we're not gonna do accountants report. So that's all, folks.